Hello everyone. Today is July 20th, 2017. It's a Thursday night and about 10:30 at night. It's been raining for several hours. And I'm sitting here in the studio with Spike beside me. Let me show you Spike. There he is. There he is down there. And I wanted to make this little video of us. Oh, and I'm also wearing the Spike the Cat shirt. And obviously in honor of him. And I wanted to make this little videos to demonstrate how we work here. And also to show you the studio and just talk about a few other things too. When I write a song, Spike is always there. Whether I'm sitting up there at the piano, up there on the stage, I'll be writing up there, or if I'm writing here. And I usually have pen and paper to write down the chords and lyric ideas and melody, well, chord progressions anyway. And I have a recorder running to record all of my ideas. And I speak out loud and I'll say, okay, I'm doing this chord and I'm going to G to E minor. And, or I'll be sitting up here and I'll be writing it down on the desk. Spike is usually right beside me on the floor or he's up here on the desk. And, in fact, my album cover, Modus Operandi, my album that I did in 2015, has him on the desk up here, and it shows exactly how I chose that picture for that album cover, because that is my modus operandi. You know, obviously the droperandi is a play on the word, and but that is how I operate. That's how we work. He's always there, and sometimes he'll offer his suggestions. For example, I'll be playing a song, or trying to write a song, and I'll be humming or singing a melody. And sometimes he'll start meowing, or he'll paw at my leg. He's not aggressive. He won't be aggressive. He'll just paw at it. He'll kind of wrap his arm around my leg and just kind of pull. And it's very, very adorable. But he'll just walk up and he'll just kind of pull at my leg, And I'll look down and say, what is it? And he might meow. So I'll do this certain line in a song, and if he doesn't like it, he'll let me know. And he'll do this meow, or he'll paw at my leg, and I'll say, okay, let's try it differently, and I'll change it. And his approval is by not doing anything. He'll just lay back down and go to sleep. So I wrote a song I finished writing it in around 2008. I started it several years earlier, probably 02 or 03. And I wrote it with him in mind. The song is called I Live For You. The emotion in the song is about closeness and about a bond that is unbreakable. And it could be, it's metaphorical. So, it could be about, it's universal. It could be about two people. It could be about many people. It could be about a person to an animal. A special memory you have attached to a place or to your childhood home. It's about that unbreakable bond. But in my mind, whenever I think of that song or play that song, it's about Spike. But anyone can apply this song to their own lives in any way. It was written so that it could be applied in many ways. But this is Spike's song. And he has one other song called Relax, but that has a different meaning behind it. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. But I Live For You is on my Strings and Ivory album, released in 2008. And I would like to play it. And I'm thinking about playing it and showing Spike while I play it. He's walking around right now. Where are you going, buddy? He wants to lay in the bass drum. Look at this. Look. There he goes. He's going into the bass drum. I want to keep him on the camera. There he goes. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? He's laying in the bass drum. So while I play the song, I want you to be able to see him. Okay? He's going to try to get comfortable in the bass drum. If he can. There's a pillow in there, to dampen the bass drum. I hope he's comfortable. Are you okay in there, Spike? No, he couldn't get comfortable. He's going to come back out here. Lay down, sweetie. I'm going to play your song, okay, darling? Okay. And I'm going to play this song, and I'm going to play it for all of you, but I'm also going to play it for him. going to see if I can get through this. It's a very emotional song, so we'll see. Ready for your song, Spike? Maybe he'll like it, maybe he won't. We'll see. You ready, Spike?
We're far apart, you're always in my heart. Life can bring such happiness, or it can bring a sadness, but either way, you can't. I love you more. You have been my special one to greet me with each rising sun. There are no words to ever show how much my love has grown. Someday the time will come when life for us on earth is done, and together we'll always be for all eternity.
That's your song, Spike. It's a song that I wrote for him, and I've sung that to him as a melody, a lullaby, and hummed it, just the melody, or sung it like that. I just did. And it's a very special song to me, and I'm glad that I was able to do that and get this performance on video, because I've been singing that song to him for almost 10 years, and wouldn't have written it had it not been for him. So now there's another song called Relax that is also, or was also, inspired by Spike, and I'm not going to perform that song because I'm saving that for a very personal and private moment, special occasion between me and Spike. And I don't really want to talk too much about what that moment's going to be. But Relax, which is also on the Strings and Ivory album, Relax is a song about relaxing in a way of letting go and trying to move on from something. And whoever listens to it can apply it to their own lives in any way. But for me, it's about I don't know if I can actually say it. So it's about moving on from something, and it's very emotional. So I'm going to save that performance for just me and him whenever that time comes. But that's how we write. I write with him beside me, a lot of times on the keyboard, a lot of times on the guitar. He's moved over to the other side of the room. Let me see if I can get him on the camera. There he is. He's trying to... There he is. Hey, buddy. So, let me show you around the room if I can. Alright. This has been our house, our home, our living quarters, for 16 years. There he is over there. Hey, buddy, where you going? Where you going, Spike? He has a mind of his own. He goes wherever he wants, whenever he wants. But there's the stage. There are the spotlights up there. They're not on, but that's okay. One speaker there. The camera's kind of zooming in and out. That's where the acoustic guitar is going to go hanging. I'm going to hang it over there. Yeah. And the other PA speaker is there. It's hard to move this camera. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make anyone dizzy. But we don't have a bed. That's our couch. And the foyer is through that door, which used to just be a solid wall. Actually, there was a bookshelf in that door there, and we just we knocked out the whole wall when we converted this room into a living quarters. And behind the stage was originally sliding glass doors. Spike is now beside me again. There he is. Isn't he adorable? Isn't he a good boy? And the kitchen is through that door, and then there's a bathroom, and we built that. I built it with, again, I apologize for the autofocus. I don't have control over the features and settings on my camera. When my computer updated, it did an automatic update, and it deleted the program. It made the program that came with the camera unusable. So I can't fix that. I can access the camera, but I can't control it. So in 2001, we converted this whole area. It was a screen porch. There was just a screen porch over there, and we converted that into a kitchen and a bathroom and a laundry room, and made this whole house a duplex. So my residence back here, all of this is pretty much new, and the front side, which is a separate residence, is where I grew up as a child with my parents. And so Spike is still laying down here. I wish he could be on this video. Maybe we can. There we go. So I can talk and keep him in the video. So we've made lots of songs here together, about 1,000 songs, probably more than that, maybe 2,000 songs. Not that I've released all 2,000. A lot of those songs were me just learning how to write, and he endured a lot of bad songs. I've written a lot of bad songs. From 01 to around mid to late 04, I was just writing constantly, trying to learn how to write and become a producer and a writer. And he was just sitting there through all of it, you know, listening to one clunker after another. And he helped me in the same way that I told you about before. He would offer his suggestions. He would jump up on my lap while I'm at the keyboard and then walk up on the keyboard and just like, okay, Dad, it's time for you to finish this session. So that's how we do it. And we started another new song last night. There's a company, an agency that has songwriters that they hire and employ. They come up with premises for songs and then shop them out to artists, and they are considering hiring me as a songwriter, a staff songwriter for them. So they sent me a premise. They said, write a song about world peace for everyone, regardless of who you are, what you look like, where you live, what you believe in. And it's a pretty, you know, general and frequently used premise in music. I've written about it before, but they want a new song, and so an idea immediately hit my head. It came into my mind last night when I read that they had this project for me, and so I'm sitting there on the couch with the guitar, and Spike jumps up, sits right in front of me, and I start writing. And he starts pawing at the guitar, and then he lays down right on my leg here, and I've got the guitar, and I'm writing and coming up with the song right in front of him. And then we worked on it more today. I was on the keyboard this time. So we've got another song, and it's tentatively called Acceptance. So I'm hoping that the company will like the song, and even if they don't choose to accept Acceptance, I'm sure it'll go on either the next album or an album at some point in the future. So, I also want to talk a little bit about what's going on with Spike. Hey, buddy. He's been having a really rough time. Today is probably the most difficult day he's had. His breathing is intense and labored, and he has congestive heart failure, he has renal failure, anemia, and metastatic cancer. So, we're talking about someone else, Spike. I'm not talking about you. And these problems that, not you, that he has, are they're flaring up, and they're starting to be hard to control with the medicine. So I wanted to make sure that we get this footage on, and I know that it's gone on for a long time. And those of you that are still watching, I appreciate it, and Spike appreciates it. We've received so much support and love and sympathy and help, financially, and also just by people have sent cards in the mail, and written me and just very nice notes. And I tell him all the time, every time someone says something nice about him or wishes him well, I tell him how much love and all the people that care about him. And I truly, deeply thank you for that. He's kind of pulled me out of dark places. When my mom died last year, he pulled me out of some very, very dark places. And I talked to him. I got through it. He was my therapist. And so now I'm having to be strong for him to get him through this. So, in closing, again, just want to say I appreciate and love all of you. You've all been wonderful. And thank you all for understanding the bond that I have with Spike. And it's very special. And not everybody can understand that. Not everyone understands that an animal can actually be that close to where they possibly are soulmates or at least members of the family. I know there are some people that actually don't understand that. I feel like they have a lot to learn. But that's not for me. It's not for me to speak on how someone else feels. But in terms of myself and for Spike, we definitely do have that bond. And for those of you that understand and appreciate that, thank you. And I look forward to hearing from all of you and reaching out to all of you very soon. And thanks again for watching. And once again, I want to show you Spike so that he can say goodnight to you. Spike? Alright, buddy. We're going to say goodnight. Love you all. Thank you.